Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Coming to you live from the Impact Media Studios in Morgantown, West Virginia. Every Friday we got the man, the myth, the legend, our co-host George. He's coming in. He was running low on power. Getting that taken care of. Is this the first Friday back from holiday coma?
This is first Friday back from holiday coma, yeah.
Happy, first time we've been able to say it, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hope you had a wonderful New Year. Man, I'm glad the holidays are over, to be honest.
Yeah. I do love the holidays, but there's nothing like getting back into work and making things happen.
I love them as well, but I don't like getting out of my routine, and the holidays definitely throw off my routine. So I'm pumped to be back. We got some exciting news today. Are we allowed to talk about it? We allowed to talk about your announcement?
I suppose so. I guess we're
gonna say it. George got accepted to speak at a pretty prestigious event. If he wants to talk about it, I'll let him. But I'm proud of you, man. I'm excited. I'm very, very, very excited.
Thank you very much,
and I'm gonna
brother.
go watch.
Yeah.
Like, even though you're a couple years older than me, I feel like I get to watch like my kid go talk.
Just a couple. Thank you. You're
older.
very charitable about that. TEDx talk. So I'm very stoked about that. Thank you for being.
If you don't know what the TEDx talk is, TEDx is getting accepted to talk at any TEDx event is a big deal. They have them all around the world.
Yep.
Some big names have spoke at TEDx events.
Yep.
And I just drew a blank. I can't name one of them.
Matt Monero.
Matt Monero spoke. That's where Tony Robbins broke out.
Yep. It's
Jocko Willink, who is he was chief on Navy SEAL Team 3, like the most prestigious, lethal SEAL team ever. He spoke at him. So, and now George Cece. I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
What are we talking about today before we get into the show? I'm going to share this out, get some love going
Yeah,
here.
we've got a couple of big things. I'm not going to drop names right now. We need you to tune in. But there was a major retailer that usually would run a metric F-ton of television commercials for the holiday season. They did not run a single one the holiday season. This news just came out. Also, there was some social media shakeups happening within a big platform around the holiday. Some social media platform banned their own employees from using their own platform.
Yeah?
Snapchat. And the third story, we got a good tip for you for 2018, something we've seen working for us in 2017, and that the way forward for effectiveness is going to be this tip for running ads in 2018. So that's pretty much what we've got.
Big tips. We got big tips for the show today.
Yes, we do.
And come on, George. Stick with us. Stick with us, George. All right, Aaron, let's get into the show. You realize we're always in black on Fridays?
We are, aren't we?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Can we get AC/DC's back in black? Cleared for usage.
Reversed.
We'll get
so then we can use it without copyright.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe wait for it. Can record a version with a reverse chord progression.
Right.
Original. Yeah.
There you go.
I like it. I don't know. We need to.
Yeah. I think we can. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So, welcome to the Social Wrap Show. I'm your host, Luke Nestler, with our guy, George Cece. He is our Chief Marketing Officer here at Impact Media. Listen, the Social Wrap Show is all about letting you know the latest in social media. What's going on this week in social media that you need to know as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a business professional. George is going to break it down for you, and then I'm going to tie it back into why does it matter for sales in your business, because that's what matters. You're not going to waste your time on social media if you can't generate revenue from it. We're going to help you do that. That's what this show is about. I'm excited. So our first story, walk us into it. So, one of the big traditional brick and mortar giants, there's some stuff going on with it. What do we have?
A company that is synonymous with Christmas, at least when I was growing up. Sears. Okay. Getting the Sears catalog in the mail. Yeah. When I was a kid, you get the Sears catalog in the mail, you circle the stuff you want for Christmas, all the Star Wars stuff, and then, Santa Claus brought you that. A staple. They stopped buying national television ads for Christmas.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It is.
That is huge. Now they're not like a massive entity anymore, right? They're actually on their way down.
Yeah, they're shrinking.
They're shrinking, but for someone to say, okay, we need a couple of Hail Marys here, and one of them is not television.
Right. Yeah, they're still screwed, and I'm going to tell you why. They waited about, I don't know, what do you say? Probably 2 years, 3 years too late.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
are the J.C. Penney's. They are the Blockbuster. They are you can't stop the cancer. It's started. It's grown way too fast, too quickly for them to be able to now reverse it by, you know what, we're not going to spend on TV. That's like somebody coming to us today and saying, you know what, George, I want to do a Twitter ad campaign. That would have been excellent. What, 2006, 7, 8, 9, maybe
Yeah,
even
somewhere
10?
in there. Yeah, even a 10. Yeah.
So this is a good sign for you, for the business owner, for the entrepreneur. Maybe it's what will wake you up to the fact that Sears is doing it. Don't wait too long like Sears did.
Right, exactly.
You're looking at brands like Red Bull. You're looking at big brands like Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's got one of the best Snapchat presence out of anybody, and they have for quite a while.
Yep, absolutely.
Who buys Mountain Dew? Kids.
Kids.
I mean,
Kids,
some
yeah.
adults.
Kids, yeah.
So they're marketing to those kids. The problem with Sears is, again, my dad's gonna go buy tools from there. Maybe your daughter's gonna tell you what Star Wars thing she wants. My dad's not going to go buy tools there because he saw the newspaper ad or the catalog. Ava's not going to decide what toy she wants the same way you did.
Right.
She's doing it on social media, but they've missed the boat. They're too far of a hole to go in. I don't think they can come back from it. Do you agree or disagree?
Oh no,
with me?
I think that they can't come back from it either. You have Amazon out there, which is just the king of e-commerce at this point. Anytime anybody wants anything anymore, you just go get it. Doesn't matter what the holiday is.
Exactly.
But even when my daughter was very young, she was bookmarking stuff on Amazon for us, and giving us that. So I think Sears as a whole is going to take a dive, but especially. Waiting this long for the Hail Mary, but it still signifies a massive shift that they said we need something to save us, and it's not traditional.
Exactly.
Best luck, guys.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to see, because I know that you, the audience, takes when you see big brands making a move and you kind of follow suit. But my point is, you have the mobility to move around at a much quicker pace than a big brand like Sears does. That probably had to go through. I bet they've been making the decision on, hey, we're going to stop running TV ads for over a year, and it finally got approved. The beautiful thing about you, the small business owner, and small is under 400 employees. So if you think you're big because you've got 20, you're still small. You can make a decision and do it right now. Right? We decided one day on Monday that we were going to start doing a show, and we were going to call it the Social Wrap. That following Monday, we were in pre-production, and then that Friday, we shot the show.
Yep.
So if you see that your customers are paying attention on Instagram, don't wait. Why the hell would you wait for 3 more years?
Right.
And say, well, radio maybe still has some traction. It doesn't. Make the move now. Don't be Sears. I'm glad they made the switch, but my bet, Kmart just went out of business in the hometown, or is going out of business in the town that I'm from.
Okay.
My bet is Sears will be bankrupt and out of business, or very, very, very small within the next 6 to 12 months.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think it'll be a 12-month range on that one. I don't think 6 is fast enough, but I think 12 will be there.
Yeah.
And there'll be nothing but a memory and a huge hole in a lot of malls at the very end that nobody goes to.
I think they might have gone out in the mall where I'm from too. I could be wrong on that, but they're going out in a lot of malls.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. Anyways. Mikey, our web guy, our senior web guru, he's going to talk to you about a technique and a process that we use, actually a tool that we use here at the office called ClickFunnels. We have clients that have generated thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and leads and business from this tool. Mikey's going to tell you about it in this segment. We'll be back in a minute.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Social Wrap. This is Mike from the web team, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about ClickFunnels. So ClickFunnels is a way that we use to make sales that is not WordPress. So a lot of the times if you get a normal website developed, we'll use WordPress, but ClickFunnels is a way that we can actually generate a lot more leads and sales. So if you're a realtor or a personal trainer, you're going to want 2 different things. A realtor might want someone's contact information because they're not going to sell a house through a website. Or a personal trainer actually might want to do a class where you can pay a certain amount of money through ClickFunnels and actually charge them there. That's the great thing about ClickFunnels. You can either collect people's emails or you can collect people's money. You can actually sign up for a 14-day free trial for ClickFunnels. I highly suggest it if you want to collect leads or sales online.
I think a lot of people are under the misconception that marketing will work no matter what. Welcome back. Social Wrap Show every Friday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, right here at the Impact Media Studios, live on the Luke Nestler Facebook page, the Luke Nestler YouTube page. I'm Luke Nestler. You're George CC.
I am, for today, George CC.
Yes,
I could be somebody else some other day.
Hey, so listen, last block we talked about Sears being a little bit too late. I predict that they're going to be out in 12 months. You agree? Let's talk about Snapchat. This is something that is...
It's almost too much to believe.
Yeah, this blows my mind, and maybe Sears needs to jump on board with this. But this story from Snapchat's pretty interesting. What do we got?
Snapchat holds this New Year's Eve party for a couple thousand people. Amazing, over-the-top party. And then as people are coming in and checking in and getting their wristband, they're told to present their phone, and they're putting tape over the camera of their phones.
When they're coming in.
When they're coming in, Snapchat is saying, do not share anything happening here. Not only that, they went the extra mile and they blocked snaps from being able to be sent out from the venue that they were having the party in. So what's everybody do on the inside of the party? They pull off the damn stickers and use Instagram.
At Snapchat.
At Snapchat's New Year's Eve party.
That is rogue as AF. That's rogue as AF.
It's rogue AF, as the kids would say.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that blew me away because I think, how did they not think that story was not going to turn into something that could bite them in the ass? And I think it just shows that whenever, it shows you what really the dominant platform is in that age range. If you're trying to say, well, is it Snap or is it Instagram, Snap or Instagram? Where did everybody from Snapchat go whenever they told they couldn't use their own platform? Instagram.
Yeah. Is there any reason why they? Why the hell were they doing that? Why were they blocking it off?
There was something about a no photos policy whenever you were coming in. So I guess maybe some of the performers had that.
Yeah.
But it was also supposed to be this night of get off your phones and just be yourself and enjoy who you are, which is once again a level of irony that is very deep.
So that's complete bogusness. Here's the thing with those two platforms. Our friend Hank, who's in the comment section, his big shout out to Hank from 2 Market Media. His big thing is document everything. Just press record and document everything. I use Snapchat and Instagram to do just that, and that is perfect for the everyday entrepreneur, small business owner that is looking for a way to showcase their business. You have to show people why you're not a commodity. And the reason you're not a commodity is because of you personally and your team. The best way to show that is, I think Gary Vaynerchuk says it, don't create content, document it. So by simply pulling out your phone and doing what George is doing right now and doing what I'm going to do right now, you're getting, everybody there just got a behind the scenes look of this show. So it's an interesting look at my company. I'm not sure the thought process behind why Snapchat did that. I think it's interesting that they went to Instagram.
Yeah.
Both platforms work similarly. What you need to be doing is showing your customers a unique inside view of your business, because people are going to do business with somebody they know, they like, they trust. Your advertisements aren't necessarily the best way of getting that out there. That behind the scenes content showing me, introduce me to Aaron, one of our producers. Tell me about Aaron. Let me see Aaron's beautiful locks. Let me see, Aaron performing on stage at his concert at 1-2-3. Let me introduce you to Patrick, our senior video producer, and the new vehicle that Patrick just got, and he's loading all of his film equipment into it. And now Patrick's showing you behind the scenes of his video shoot. You're seeing all this stuff that you don't generally get to see.
Right.
But here's what you do. You get to see us working, us doing us. You get to see who you're going to interact with if you do business with us. So Snapchat and Instagram, everybody says it's so hard to figure out. What do I put out there?
Right.
you document what you're doing.
Yep.
You don't have to be, and Hank would agree, you don't have to be polished and like you're on a TV commercial.
Right,
It's
right.
raw. It's organic. I pull my phone out. It's shaking. But you're getting to see what's happening in the moment.
Right. It's very real, and that level of authenticity is what is actually working for people. You know, we run ads for people all the time, but whenever we have companies out there who are doing this, who are going behind the scenes, who are just documenting, who are hitting record on a daily basis, we can put $10,000 a month behind a company that does none of that stuff, and $10,000 a month behind a company that's constantly documenting everything that's happening, and a company that's documenting things organically is going to make metric F tons more money than the company that is not. One of my favorite clients of all time right now, Happy Crafters. They document constantly.
Exactly.
They constantly document, and they're making bank.
Yeah. So
They're
all right.
making
So
bank.
that's a good example of exactly what you should be doing. So Happy Crafters, they sell craft supplies. So you would think that, well, they run ads to buy this craft supply, that craft supply, and they do. But you know what they use Instagram for? They showcase their fun, quirky personality of every single person on that team. They did something around Christmas to where it was the elf on the shelf beating up and kidnapping one of the employees.
Right.
They make it fun. And you might say, how does that help me sell a product? Quit thinking about selling the product and think about selling yourself. The way you're going to sell yourself is by interacting with somebody. The way you're going to sell yourself is by showing somebody an inside look at you, doing exactly what Hank would say, just pressing the damn record button and showing me what it's like to work with you. That's exactly what Happy Crafters does. That's exactly what I think you should do as well. Hank said, I think you guys should get Mevo. So we've used Mevo before. Hank, we need to talk about Mevo. I'm not a huge fan of Mevo. I have it.
It's
the little GoPro looking camera.
I thought about this. I think the reason it didn't work for me and you is because look at us. Look right into the camera. How the hell are you going to tell these two big Italian heads apart with the same glasses who always wear black?
Hashtag press record. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's basically what was happening. The Mevo couldn't decide who was who. They saw a big head with the same haircut, the big glasses, and it just freaked out.
All right, so this next feature, it's something that it's kind of where I'm rooted from, and it's video. So I'm guessing it's going to be the two good-looking gentlemen behind the camera, Patrick and Aaron, talking to you about the power of 60-second videos and what you need to do to create them. Is that right, guys? Yep. That's all right, let's roll the tape.
What's going on, guys? I'm Patrick.
I'm Aaron.
And today we're going to be talking about using your time efficiently in video.
So a general rule of thumb is 60 seconds for anything going on social media. The reason for this is people's attention span while they're scrolling through their timeline is extremely short.
And this time restriction can actually be seen as a strength when trying to convey your message. It actually forces you to condense your message and really get it across very quickly.
If you guys would like for us to expand on this further or have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message on our Impact Media Facebook page.
At Jacqueline's, we have worked hard to become a watch superstore. I mean, we are the largest watch store in the state by far. We carry 11 distinct brands from Citizen and Luminox to Tissot, Michelle, and we've just added 2 new lines, which I'm super excited about. The first one is Tag Heuer. Everybody knows Tag Heuer. They're a huge name in the watch business. They make an incredible product at an incredible value. We have about 60 watches in the case right now for you to choose from. We can order anything that you want. We just got in the brand new Octavia. It's incredible. And then the other brand I want to talk to you about today is Towson. Towson is a small watch company from Maryland. These guys are so trusted in the watch industry that they have redone the watches of both George Washington and Abraham Lincoln for the museums in DC. They make very, very limited production watches, and we are one of only 2 or 3 retailers in the country that have them right now.
Welcome back to the Social Wrap Show, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on all the Fridays that we come to you, except for the ones that we don't, but we've been consistent recently.
Yeah, we're getting there. I'm excited for when you hit the road to actually start doing this stuff remotely, too.
Yeah. So this show, we let you know what's going on in social, some interesting stories, interesting topics, things that you need to know. Our marketing guru here explains it to you, and then I break it down to why does it matter to your business. Can you actually generate a sale from Snapchat? Are you too late to the game on Facebook ads? What matters for your business? We break it down for you right here on the Luke Nestler Facebook page in the Impact Media Studios. George, we got some people you want to give shout-outs to?
Yeah, I want to give shout-outs to, first and foremost, Hank Norman. Thanks for watching, man. Appreciate it. And to, who else is Frank Williams is joining. A lot of Franks and Anks.
A lot of Franks.
A lot of Franks and Hanks. We got a lot of Anks watching. Of course, we got Clint watching, Jerry Hanley, Chelsea Stemler, everybody watching. Thank you very much for tuning in today. So this next story, this is I was talking to the staff earlier today, and we were talking about what's coming up. Yeah, what's coming up for the next year. And my main tip for 2018 for you as a social media marketer out there is to use Square Video for your advertisements. We've seen it happening, I would say, probably starting about 10 months ago. Square Video was starting to take off as an advertising form. We've experimented with it, and as time has gone on, the Square videos have actually become much more effective. And it's not just the Square Video itself. Go ahead and pop that first graphic up there, Aaron. So what you do is you actually pair the Square Video with short text. The text nowadays has to be much shorter. You can see from this example with one of our clients, Happy Crafters, we have short text and a Square Video. It takes up 78% more screen space than a landscape video does. The other thing is that when you have the short text in there with that Square,
right,
that's all you see.
Right.
The whole story is told in a glance, and then it's out. And if you take a look at the comparison between the two...
Leave this up too, Aaron, and I'm going to talk over it as well.
Yeah. So you've got, on the left-hand side, you've got the Square Video. That's how much more space on the exact same size phone than the landscape video is taking up space. So you're dominating more of the feed. People can see more of what you've got going on.
Exactly. Yeah. So leave that up, Aaron. So that's important for just that reason. Take a look at those two. So obviously you have to understand, people are scrolling through their feeds at a rate that makes it very hard for you to grab somebody's attention. So when George caught on to this and we moved over to a different format, obviously you can see the difference. On the right-hand side, you have the normal landscape video, and you have a lot of stuff above it and below it. It's cluttered. The square size videos take up the entire screen, which means you have their full attention because you're everything in there. You don't have John above you. You don't have Donald Trump below you. You've got the entire attention of that consumer when they scroll over. Go ahead and bring it back on camera. So that is important because you literally, this is all a game of attention. You have to get their attention, whether you're, maybe we should start taking our shirts off on this desk. Or we could just do Square videos. You have to get attention. Whatever you do to get attention, that's what Lawrence Thompson's good at. If you haven't checked him out, he just joined. Shout out to him. He grabs the attention of his consumers very quickly, slaps them in the face, he gets their attention. That's what Hank works with people on. You have to get attention because you want to sell your product to somebody. You want to tell people about your product. But if Happy Crafters isn't grabbing their attention, they can't talk about their craft supplies. Right. If you're not grabbing their attention, you can't talk to them about your personal development coaching. Right. This is just a tactic, a technique of how to take up more real estate to grab the attention. Then it goes back into what are you saying on camera.
Exactly.
Got to grab their attention within the first 3 to 5 seconds of that video as well, right?
100%, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, that is one of the biggest things that we're telling everybody to kind of start doing in 2018. You want to make sure that you have as much of your message out there as possible, and you need to be able to fit into that 3-second gap whenever people are actually scrolling through. I would probably, I can hear the questions now, why are we then doing our Facebook Live in landscape?
Yeah, why the hell are we doing that, George? Why don't we explain that?
Aaron, you tell us.
Live streaming only does landscape right now.
Yeah, so Aaron, we need to get those guys mic'd up. Live stream only does landscape. Here's the thing. I think Square videos are ugly. I mean, they fell out of the ugly tree and they hit every branch on the way down. They're ugly as hell, all right? But guess what? Ugly people get attention, right? Look at me and George. If you got somebody that's normal looking, landscape video, and you've got somebody that's just ugly as hell, but they're big, they're wide, they take up all this space, you're going to see that
You're going to see them. You're going
right?
to see them. Yeah.
Thank God this is on my own channel because seriously though, I think landscape videos and what the professionals out there will teach you is to shoot your videos like this, not like this.
Yeah, yeah.
But specifically when you're running ads,
Specifically running ads, it's got to be square.
you need to run square. And if it changes and we see it going backwards,
We'll let you
then
know
we'll let
about
you know.
it.
But right
Yeah.
now, that's where the conversions are coming from. And we have some clients that are doing several hundred thousands of dollars in sales compared to the few $1,000 they're spending on ads. They're running square video.
Square videos, 100%.
So, all right, listen, when we come back, what are we talking about in this video? I don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Wait, this next one, the feature?
Yes.
There's no feature this week. No third feature. We're just ending with a word from one of our friends.
Yes. Aaron. Right. I got to start reading this damn rundown before we start this.
It makes the show fun.
Listen, if you are looking for a great steak and you're in the north central West Virginia, greater Pittsburgh area, you got to go to Bartini.
That place was phenomenal.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite restaurants in town.
So listen, let's talk about something very quickly. There's a lot of people setting goals right now, fitness goals, business goals. You need to set goals with your consistency, your frequency, what you're putting out on social media. Yep. What would the number one tip from George Cece, the TEDx speaking, big-headed, Italian, beautiful flowing hair guy, the marketing guru, what would George Cece tell the person watching right now, if you had to have one New Year's resolution, one goal for your social media this year, what would yours be?
Oh, it's going to be behind-the-scenes consistency. I mean, you said it right there. There's no two ways about it. Anytime you can show behind-the-scenes consistency, show that organic presence, show the real you as often as you can in as many platforms as you can, that's going to be key. That's going to enable you to do much more with your business, 100%. That's a goal of mine for this year because I spend so much time working here doing social media. I don't do social media for us. Right. A lot of times I don't do a whole lot of behind the scenes.
Isn't there a saying mechanics have the ugliest cars? I'm on this kick with ugly. I don't know what it is. I get what you're saying. I would absolutely agree. It's something that I need to do a better job of, that I'm pushing hard on this year, that I think you should as well. Absolutely. You need to document you. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about, we just had a coaching client in here earlier today, and she was worried about being polished and perfect on her content. Document it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Get it out. If it's ugly as hell, get it out. Yep. I'm even working with somebody on getting better at doing that. Mm-hmm. That's how important it is. If I'm doing it, you need to be doing it. You need to document everything. Instagram's a great place to do it. Yep. Facebook is still the place to do it. Yep. When you're running those ads, make sure that they're square video ads. When you're doing it organically on your phone, turn that bad boy sideways. Nobody wants to see this unless it's a Facebook Live. Right. But you gotta show people. There's so many people watching right now. Yep. Frank, I'm gonna challenge you right now. Frank Williams from West Virginia Outdoor, one of our good friends, partner with Impact Media. We do a lot of cool things together. Frank, you need to show the people the inside of West Virginia Outdoor. Let me see you guys hanging those billboards. Let me see you guys brainstorming on creative for a client. You need to do the same thing as Frank. Frank needs to do the same thing as us. We need to just show everybody our whatever the hell you want to show.
Yeah, show them how good you are. Show them how good you are. And I would say if you're a little bashful about doing this, right, and something that's going to live on your timeline, right, or live in your permanent Instagram feed, then go to stories. Okay, the stories are up there for 24 hours. Just constantly do the stories. Use the stories function.
It's a lot like it's the Vegas of social media. What happens on Instagram stays on Instagram because nobody's ever going to see it 24 hours later.
To a degree,
right? That's what I was always told.
Poor man, you.
No, for real though. George is right. If you're scared about it being there forever, number one, get over it. Number two, just shoot it on your phone until you get comfortable being on camera. You don't have to post it, but eventually you will. And then use Snapchat and Instagram stories. They do disappear. That's what they tell us.
Yes.
After 24 hours, and I'm getting more engagement on my Instagram stories than pretty much anything else right now.
100%. Same here. Same here.
Yeah. So, all right. Hey, is that the show?
That's it.
Listen, first week of the new year. I hope you haven't completely bombed on your diet goals, your workout regimen. Make sure you get your social media goals in there. We'll be back next Friday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. We are here next Friday, right? I don't travel until. Yeah, we're good next Friday. Yes. So we got one more week, and then we start to go to shows that where I'll be on the road. I'll be tuning in, I think, from Anaheim the first time.
Nice.
And then the second time I'll be tuning in from maybe Vegas. Who knows? So you have any other words?
No, that's it.
Awesome. Guys, have a great week. Make sure that you're putting content out there. Make sure you're being consistent. Make sure you're getting attention. We'll see you right back here next Friday.